The Houston Texans are no longer a rebuilding team. They're no longer a fun story. And after the 2025 postseason, they're no longer judged on potential. The question now isn't can they win, it's what exactly is stopping them from making the Super Bowl. The answer is in the numbers, and in the decisions that come next. This is DRD Takes. Every Super Bowl team has a window, and the Texans' window is officially open. They have a franchise quarterback in CJ Stroud, they have a young core, and they have a defense that already plays at an elite level. This is the most dangerous phase in the NFL, the moments where teams either become contenders or stall out. Let's start with the offense, because this is where the gap lives. The Texans' points per game is 24, around 13th in the league, with total offensive yards 342 yards per game, which is 19th in the league. Passing yards per game, where they ranked 14th with 233. Rushing is where they struggle a lot, with only 109 yards per game, which ranks 22nd. And the third down conversions, they are 80 for 221, which is in the middle of the pack. Total first downs is 276, sacks allowed is 47, and total offensive yards is 4,713. They were solid, but not elite compared to other Super Bowl contenders. But now the defense is where they truly shined throughout the year, only allowing 17.4 points per game, which is second best in the NFL. Total yards allowed was best in the league with 277.2 yards, meaning opposing offenses had trouble moving the ball consistently. In pass defense, the Texans held opponents to 183.5 passing yards per game, routes one of the best passing defenses in the NFL. Total interceptions are ranked third behind the Bears and Jaguars with 19, showing they create takeaways, not just stops. And with almost 3 sacks a game, puts them roughly around 7th in the league. In takeaways, they had 29, which ranks them 3rd in the league, giving their offense short field and extra chances. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, CJ Stroud. Stroud's regular season success put the Texans in a position to win big, but turnovers and inconsistencies in the playoffs exposed the truth. To make the Super Bowl, a quarterback not only has to be talented, but he has to be decisive under pressure. The criticism he's drawn isn't just loud voices on social media. It's an industry reaction to a performance context. At the same time, his support from coaches and teammates show the Texans still see him as part of their long-term plan. Let's talk about Stroud in the playoffs. In round 1 versus the Steelers, he went 21 for 32 with a completion percentage of 65%, with 250 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 2 fumbles lost. This was mixed but ultimately a winning performance. Stroud put up the yardage and a touchdown, but also had costly turnovers that the defense helped overcome. Now for the divisional round against the Patriots. He only went 20 for 47 with a completion percentage of only 42%, with 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions. Yes, 4 interceptions, with a very low rating of 28. This was widely seen as the worst playoff performance of his career and a core reason for the recent criticism. Stroud's 2025 postseason showed he can move the ball, but the turnovers and efficiency drop in crucial moments are areas that must be fixed before we call this team a true Super Bowl contender. Now let's talk about what the Texans need in order to make the Super Bowl. They need to fix the interior line. This is where the biggest issue is holding Houston back. When the pocket collapses, everything else breaks. Timing routes died, red zone plays stalled, and turnovers increased. Even CJ Stroud can't win consistently when he can't step up. So they must upgrade guard and center play, not just tackles. Fewer free rushes through the A-gaps, better communications versus stunt and blitz looks. Every Super Bowl team had a top 10 interior pass protection. Houston did not. In the regular season, Houston could scheme around protection issues. In the playoffs, defenses stopped playing games. They forced interior one-on-ones, collapsed the pocket early, and took away late down comfortable throws. That's not a quarterback problem. That's a structural problem. And it showed up in red zone stalls, forced throws, turnovers, and missed opportunities with an elite defense backing them up. Here's the important distinction. Stroud didn't suddenly forget how to play football. The margin disappeared. Houston doesn't need a flashy offensive line. They need adult reps in the middle. What that means is that they need a center who diagnoses pressure quickly, guards who don't lose instant power, and fewer clear rush lanes inside. Fix the middle and suddenly red zone efficiencies improve, turnovers drop, and the quarterback looks calmer and the offense finishes drives. Names they could look to get: are Connor McGovern, Wyatt Teller, Trey Pipkins III, and a big name, Tyler Linderbaum. This is where the receiver and tight end weapons come into discussion. Nico Collins is a real receiver one, and Dalton Schultz is a trusted safety valve. And with Tank Dell coming back from injury, and two rising stars with Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, also with the reliable Xavier Hutchinson, the sky's the limit with this receiving room. And they are young and hungry to do whatever it takes to help this team win. Stroud has a lot of playmakers at his disposal. Now with the run game, with Woody Marks and Joe Mixon. Hopefully he comes back healthy. The run game is more important than what people may think. In January, the run game exists to slow interior pass rush, keep the quarterback out of obvious passing downs, control tempo, protect late leads, and make play action real. When the run game disappears, everything else gets harder, especially for a young quarterback under playoff pressure. Joe Mixon brings vision between the tackles, pass protection reliability, comfort in ugly games. He's not here to break the internet. He's here to steady the offense. Used correctly, he can reduce Stroud's burden and keep the offense on schedule. Woody Marks is a different conversation. His role is still up in the air due to Joe Mixon's injury. Marks can bring burst, receiving ability out the backfield, a change of pace threat. He's the kind of back that helps on second and long and creates easy completions. But availability is everything for both of these running backs. Houston could use Mixon as the stabilizer and Marks as the stressor. For the Texans, the run game has been inconsistent, and the reason is simple. Too many lost reps inside, too little movement on the point of attack, and too many stop runs before they even start. This puts offense in second and long, third and obvious pass. This is the part where fans don't always connect. A weak run game causes aggressive interior pass rush, linebackers sit in the A-gaps, safeties ignoring play action. Houston doesn't need a new run scheme. They need better execution up the middle. The must-fixes are stronger guard play on inside zone, a center who anchors cleaner combo blocks to linebackers. And when that improves, Joe Mixon gets downhill, change of pace backs become effective, play action becomes lethal, and the quarterback stops seeing stacked boxes. If you can't run the ball when the defense knows it's coming, you're not a Super Bowl team. Right now, Houston is close, but not consistent enough. And say Joe Mixon doesn't pan out, they can look to get upcoming free agents Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, Kenneth Walker III, or even maybe for a cheaper option, Isaiah Pacheco or Tyler Algier. Houston's defense is elite, but scrambling quarterbacks still stress it. In the playoffs, one broken play can undo 10 perfect snaps. To make the Super Bowl, they need tighter rush discipline, clear spirals, and a faster second-level reaction against mobile quarterbacks. Fixing this helps red zone defense, prevents momentum swings, keeps third down from breaking your back, and complements a 4-strong-man rush. It's the last layer of a great defense. But let's be clear about one thing. The tracks are not guessing on defense. This season is loaded with real, proven difference makers. Will Anderson Jr., the tone setter, Danielle Hunter, the veteran finisher, Derek Stingley, a true shutdown corner, Kamari Lassiter, a rising physical corner, Jalen Petrie, a chaos controller, and a hard-hitting linebacker with Azeez Al-Shaair, and many more. Houston's defense doesn't need saving. It needs support. They can rush with 4, play man coverage, disguise looks, force turnovers, and close space quickly. And under DeMeco Ryans, the identity is fast, physical, and disciplined. The Texans are already built to compete for a Super Bowl on defense. They can match up with anyone in the league. The question isn't whether the defense is good enough, it's whether the offense can protect the quarterback, control games, avoid the mistakes that waste elite defensive performances. That ties the entire video together. This isn't about hype, it's about alignment. When your defense is this good, the margin gets smaller. Fix the protection, control the run game, clean up the moments that matter. Do that, and this team isn't watching the Super Bowl. They're playing in it. Leave a comment below for more ideas. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. This is DRD Takes, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.